In this video, I'm going to show you how to not get hacked. Coming right up. And this is John Lee, and my channel is all about creating multiple streams of income, getting big on social media, and growing a big brand. So if you don't want to miss out on all the new content I create every single day, hit the subscribe button, turn on bell notifications so you don't miss out on all the new content. So yes, I got hacked. Which platform? I got hacked on LinkedIn. So I'll tell you how this happened. I just literally finished an event, and I don't know how this person did this, but typically, and I'm pretty careful with the things that I do on social media. And as I finished the event, this was about 4:30, I got this text message to say, oh, your authentication code. And I thought, that doesn't make sense. I didn't request an authentication. And I didn't think anything of it at the time, which is a bit stupid. So if you ever get a prompt from an authentication code and like someone trying to get that code, and then about an hour later, I received a message from a friend of mine, Amrit. They say, John, I think you've been hacked. I said, what are you talking about? You can't hack me. I've got this two-factor authentication. And he said, well, can you just check? So I go to log into LinkedIn, and I can't get into my account. I'm like, this is weird. It's like, why can't I get in? And then so I go to that profile, and all my friends start sending me these messages like, oh, I'm receiving this message. Did you send me this message? I'm like, no, I didn't. But it was actually coming from my account. So it wasn't even a fake account. They actually got into my account. Now, I'm going to tell you something, that there's a way to bypass the two-factor authentication. And I was just gobsmacked at people doing this. So if people know enough information about you, they can actually call up that company and they can do something called a SIM swap. So they can like swap out the SIM if they want. They can do a password reset. And if they get to that password reset before you do, so like for example, they might hack your emails first, then they do a password reset, then it goes into your email, and then it starts to, then they can change the password from there. And they can do things like SIM swaps. So, but then you're thinking, well, John, if this happens, and you have to be really careful. Like, for example, I have over 5 million followers on social media, but on LinkedIn particularly, there was like 40,000 people. And eventually and I'll tell you how I got back into it, and I'll tell you how to protect yourself in a second from this. But I think you should all listen to, I know this has not got nothing to do with growing social media, which is what a lot of you follow me for, but a lot of you who've been following my channel, I'm teaching you how to grow a big social media following and how to get exposure and how to monetize your social media. But if someone else gets hold of that, they can actually steal your business, they can steal your revenue, and it's not good. So this is why I want to give you this precaution so you actually can protect yourself against this. Well, first of all, I got this now. I'll show you what this is in a second, which actually protects me a lot. And it's not 1,000% foolproof, but it's 99.9999% foolproof. So how I got it back, I immediately message LinkedIn, and what they're going to do is they're going to ask you for some credentials. I'm not going to tell you what it is, because if someone's watching this, then they can find those details out, but they're going to ask for a set of credentials which only you would have, which proves your identity. And so if your account gets hacked, the first thing to do is report it to LinkedIn, for example. And what they'll do is, if it's like an identity theft, whether trying to pose as being you, then what'll happen is they'll freeze that account. So once they freeze it, that person can't make any more posts, they can't message any more people, right? So it puts a lock on that account. And the next thing you want to do is then provide the credentials. And then actually LinkedIn was really good. So if anyone's from LinkedIn's watching this, thank you so much. You guys are so quick. I mean, I've dealt with a lot of other social media platforms, and I don't think I've any dealt with a social media platform that replies so quick. So LinkedIn is really, really good on the reply. And that's been my experience. I don't know if any of you, by the way, how many of you watching this have been hacked before or know somebody who has been hacked? If you have, type in the word me below, type in the word me, right? And I know this is not live, right? But it's a video, so I just thought, it'd be good to interact with you like you are watching live, which you probably are on your phone or something. So I did a search on what things you can do, and this is what we call a Titan key. So the Titan key, and by the way, I want to thank Roberto Blake for this, because I was actually watching his channel on how, to protect yourself, and he suggested this. So I did buy this off your affiliate link. So I think you had an affiliate link in there, maybe not. But anyway, I did do a search for it. And what happens is in here, you have these two little, you have this like, it's kind of like a little Bluetooth thing. So you press it like this, right? And then as long as this is by your phone, it's kind of like a hard wire getting into it. So maybe I take this one out, might have to get in. So this, so you get these two keys with it. It looks like that. and you go into Google, right, and Facebook, and you can actually have a hardwired authentication, which means that no one can get into your account unless you have, you put your finger on there, or unless your device is there. And so it's pretty secure. The only challenge is if you lose this, it's a bit of a pain, right? So that's why I bought a few of these, and there are like codes that you can print out as well. But I just want to say, it's so important that you must protect yourself, because right now, securities, a lot of people give a lot of the details. You can find people's, details everywhere. So you just gotta be careful with that. But yeah, this is like kind of peace of mind now. So I'll carry this everywhere with me. So you need this to get into your account. It'll ask for a two-factor authentication, and you need the physical thing plugged in. So this has to be with you. So no one can get into your account unless they have this, right? So it is 99.9999% foolproof. Of course, someone's going to find a way around this, but it's better to do that than not. And all of you who haven't turned on two-factor authentication, make sure you do that, because that'll give you a layer of security. And if you can use a password, use one that even you can't remember, right? Well, John, what if I can't remember? So you put it somewhere safe. You want to use a lot of different letters, numbers, different symbols. I know it's a pain in the bum, right? I know it's a hassle for you. Oh, what if I can't remember it? But you put it somewhere safe, so even you can't remember that password. So you're not always typing things in. Like, you got to think about it. And of course, once you've typed it in, you can save the password. But it's just a good practice to use. So I hope you found this useful. I can teach you all the content that you want and create a lot of followers, but if your account gets hacked like mine did, and I never thought it would happen to me, and it did. So I've upped all my security in all my social media platforms. I recommend that you do the same thing as well. So if you found this video useful, by the way, if you know anyone who's been hacked before, copy this link, send it to them on WhatsApp right now, because, it's the worst thing. Like, when it happens, it's like someone's posing to be you. And these people were actually sending messages to my followers, asking them to invest in things or to get their details. And, it's really not right. And by the way, if you ever get a message from me personally on social media, I very rarely send messages to people on social media, because I have 5 million followers across all social media platforms. So it's probably not me. And all my accounts are verified. If you go to Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, they're verified. I'm waiting for LinkedIn to be verified now as well. And also, once 800,000 subs on YouTube, that will also be verified as well. So by the way, if you got a lot of value from this, hit that like button, because YouTube, it helps the algorithm to show you more of my content when I upload it. And if you definitely don't want to miss out on the new content, I will be uploading more content on how to use social media to grow your business. In fact, I'm running a live masterclass on that. It's completely free. If you click the link below, you can actually attend my live masterclass. All right. So again, hit the subscribe button, turn on bell notifications so you don't miss out on all my new content. What I'll also do is I'll link some videos here and here, and I'll put a subscribe button over here as well. And other than that, I look forward to seeing you in the next video. This is John Lee, the author of Business Hack. See you next video. Bye for now.